was a kid? Like, when was the passion for photography and all that? When did that accumulate?
It actually started with magic. I was like really into magic growing up, like just into card tricks and things like that. And I was an only child, didn't really have anyone to like show the magic tricks I was working on to. And so I just went to the internet. Like I went to YouTube. That was the place that I felt like there was an audience I could show what I was up to. So I just started filming myself, doing these like different card tricks that I was practicing all day. And it was way less at that point. Like I didn't care about being a filmmaker or a photographer. It was like I was just using video and photos as a means to like translate what I was interested in. And then I quickly realized that like through the magic of editing, I could make the things I was doing way better, right? Like I could like cut out my mistakes and things like that. And that just kind of sent me down this like track of editing and understanding like how stories were built out and things like that. And so it was from a really young age. And then it was like, if I wasn't making videos around magic tricks, I was like filming my friends skateboarding, you know, and like I would go back and I was actually having lunch with a friend yesterday and we were sort of talking, we were like kind of having the same conversation. And I was like, it's funny whenever you're like, there's always someone like in the friend group that maybe has a camera. And like, I definitely wasn't the best skateboarder. So it just made sense for me to film the guys that were better. And then that's just, at some point, I don't know when the switch got flipped, but I realized I cared more about being the guy behind the camera and like creating the story than I was like the person in front of it, having to be the talent. You know?
And now more than ever in the past like 10, 15 years with YouTube and stuff, like anybody could create, you know, we see apps and like social media. You just need to have a phone nowadays and you could create whatever you want.
Yeah. The barrier of entry has like never been lower. You know, you don't have to have like a team and a production and a big camera and all that. I mean, literally, like if you have a phone, you have more technology in that phone than what like movies were being made on just 20 years ago. You know,
even like, have you heard about the new iPhone having Dolby Vision cameras, like for the iPhone 12? That's pretty insane. I can't wait to get my hands on it and like see what it can actually do. I mean, now it's easier than ever. Like I'm recording this on my phone too, so anything you could record it on anything really. So.
I think people take for granted what they have and use what they don't have as like the reason for not doing something. So even though like we're having this conversation, like I'm on my iPad and I'm like taking notes and like I have all these tools and like nothing other than the iPad and my phone and a notebook. I don't have a camera or another computer or anything on this desk. And like I have all the tools I need to like make something, right? But you could easily take that same situation and instead of being like, oh, look at all this amazing technology I have to create something, and be like, but I don't have another laptop and that's the reason I can't do it. And so I'm just not going to, you know?
That you can't have that mentality, especially like when you're trying to make something. You got to do whatever it takes with what you have. Like right now I don't have like a nice studio or anything like that, but you know, I just do it anyways, you know, or else the opportunity is just gonna go by. So